Good morning, NCS Eagles. Davis Farley here. Here's your morning announcements for Friday, November the 6th.
Good morning. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk with all the students and one, just thank you for all the things that we've done so far to help us have a great school year, even in the midst of some crazy times. We don't have chapels right now. We don't have assemblies, so I'm not able to be in front of you necessarily to speak to you as a group, but I want to try to share a few things with you now and provide a few updates, as well as kind of let you know some things that we're about to change just a little bit and tweak our process as well. So I'm going to present the screen here and share some information with you. So I just want to provide you with an update of how things have gone and how some things we've noticed. And then I want to provide you with the information about some of the changes that we are making and why we have decided to make those changes. So overall, as the high school has done well, we haven't had a whole lot of cases. We've had some cases, but it has been low. And the number of students who have been in quarantine at any one time has remained low, with no peaks over 10 or 12 students. So some students have had to be quarantined for various reasons and be home for 10 days or 14 days, but they're back with us relatively quickly. There's just a couple of things that we want to tweak and some things where we've had some challenges. One is lunch and students sitting at tables together, which creates the need to quarantine in some cases. There's a few classes we want to try to address during the day that are just a little bit crowded, one class or another in a particular classroom. And then just want to address the necessity to quarantine students who are in close contact. This is not a Nashville Christian choice to do this. This is what is expected of us through the CDC and the Metro Health Department guidelines. And so we have to abide by their guidelines in order for us to continue to be able to be on campus and have school and have events. So we have to abide by those policies to make sure that we're able to do that. So what we want to do then is make a few changes that will help us address those few hot spots. So some of the reasons why we're making some changes now, you've probably seen in the news that the number of cases in our area has gone up. We don't know that this will continue to stay up, but it has increased over the last couple of weeks, and we certainly are mindful of that. Two, we're moving into the winter months and flu season, and we want to be mindful and make sure we're doing everything we can to be safe on campus. And we want to make sure that there's no on-campus spread of the virus. So far, we've been really successful in that. The cases that we've had have come from off-campus connections, and so we're proud of that, and we want to make sure that we continue that. But ultimately, our overall goal is to be here, be on campus, be in class, continue our athletic program, and continue to be able to do most of the things that we would normally do during a school day. We're going to continue having clubs. We're going to continue doing a lot of the things that we do. And if we have activities such as homecoming week, which we had recently, we would continue that at this time. We're not going to change those types of things. We're going to continue to try to have as much normal activity as we can during the school day. But we do want to continue to try and be proactive and make sure that we don't have any major problems. And since we're kind of in this little bubble of issues in our surrounding area, we want to take a few extra steps. So we really have two goals that I'll share with you in just a minute. But mainly, this is the key that we're working on. If to abide by the CDC and Metro Health Department guidelines, we are required to perform contact tracing and quarantine close contacts when we have a positive test result on campus. So this is part of what we have to do. It's part of the reason why we have spaced out our desks as much as possible, why we're wearing masks and doing all the things that we have to do to prevent the spread and to follow the guidelines that have been placed upon us. So to make these few changes we're going to make, we want to continue to ensure that we have no on-campus spread of the virus. And we would really like, and I'm sure you would like this too, we would really like to greatly reduce or eliminate the need to quarantine close contacts from school. If we can space even more and do a few little steps here and there, we might not have to come to your classrooms and look at the desks and decide who we have to send home and who we don't. So here's a few of the changes that we are making and will continue to work on the next day or two. All classrooms are being assessed and measured so that we can ensure that we have good 6 feet spacing between students. We're going to reassess all of our seating charts and make sure that we're taking advantage of the space in the room as best we can. Some classes will be moved based on the inability to truly be 6 feet apart. So we have some classes of 21 or 20 in rooms where we might only have the space for 18 or 19 desks to really be 6 feet apart. So some of those classes might move to the commons area or the NPR or other bigger rooms. And we're going to continue to have lunch in the classrooms for now. You can continue to be social, or I know some teachers are allowing you to watch movies while you're in there together on the screen or whatever. I think those are all good activities during lunch to try to still have some social time, but we will continue to be in classrooms for now. And all of this will continue through Thanksgiving, and then we'll reassess when we get to the Thanksgiving break. I want to talk with you briefly about again, in more detail about why we're making some of the changes that we are making. This is an example of one of our classrooms and the way the desks are currently spaced. It's pretty good. There's a lot of spacing there that wasn't there last year, and so you're spread out well. However, we do still have some spaces. For instance, if the student who sits in this desk test positive for COVID-19, we would then have to come in and assess the room and look at all the desks surrounding that room, surrounding that desk to see, is everyone 6 feet away? I think if you look at this picture, you can see maybe there's one or two of these that look pretty good, and maybe one or two of these that look close. So in this case, in this particular situation, we would likely quarantine students who sit beside that student. It's also possible that we could come to a room as it's currently set up, such as this desk here, and it looks like all 4 of the desks around this desk are well spaced away from it, and we would not quarantine necessarily anybody. So that's the situation that we would really like to have in all of our cases. We would like to not have to quarantine anyone. This is a room that we have already been to and assessed and measured for the 6 feet of spacing. So you can see here, I have a student who is circled, and just for a moment, if we pretend that this student tests positive, every desk here has been measured and is 6 feet away. And we can feel confident that if this student did test positive, they would, of course, have to stay home for the 10 days, but we would not have to send any of these other students home for a 2-week quarantine. And that's really what we're trying to prevent. That's really what we don't want to happen. I know some of you have had to deal with that frustration. And again, as we've had to go through this and see the effect on our students and just different aspects of our campus, we're trying to do an even better job than we did at the beginning of the year. Most of our classes are under the 20 student maximum, and so it's easier to spread you out. We're just trying to work on some of those, a few classes where there's 21 students or 22 students in a room, and we're going to try to work on that spacing of those rooms. So I hope this kind of explains what we're trying to do, and how we can hopefully ensure that we continue to have all of you on campus here with us. I just want to say again, thank you for all of your work and the things that you do. We do really appreciate that you are dealing with so many different circumstances. These are circumstances none of us really want to deal with. This is not how I want to be a principal. I don't like walking around to classrooms and deciding what's 6 feet and what's not 6 feet. I know you don't like walking around with masks on or not being able to sit 4 or 5 people to a table at lunch and enjoy the time with your friends. The teachers aren't enjoying all the different restrictions that have been placed upon them. So I know it's difficult. I know it's challenging. But these are the things that have been placed upon us this year in 2020. And these are the things that we have to deal with in order to continue to have school here on campus in the best possible way. And we do feel like it's still the best way for us to educate you and to help you enjoy your day as much as possible. So if you have questions about things, I know I've been to some of your classes and answered some questions, but if you have questions, if you want to come talk to me, I'm happy to try to answer them for you. You can also ask your teachers and you guys can talk about that. But again, I just want to say thank you. And I hope explain some of the decisions that we make and are continue to make to keep you guys safe and here on campus. Thank you.
What is up, everybody? Andy Wayne here. If you have not done it already, remember to download the Stop It app to report issues anonymously. Our school code is NCS Eagles.
I'm Jacob Pettit. Please make sure to wear a face mask at all times throughout the day. And that needs to cover your mouth and nose. Also, social distance when you're around other students or teachers. Wash your hands frequently and use hand sanitizer.
I'm Kai, and here's some dress code reminders. You need to have your shirt tucked in at all times and to wear a belt. Also, remember that your skirts and shorts should be the appropriate length.
Hi, I'm Josh Alexander. If you have misplaced something, check the Lost and Found, which is located outside the Spirit Store. It is already quickly filling up, so please label all your student items, uniforms, jackets, lunch, boxes, and etc., so they can be returned.
What's up, guys? It's Chase, and please remember to have your student ID with you at all times. And if you lose your ID, please report it to Miss Dahl in the high school office right away, because we don't want people running around the school with your ID.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. Students, please do not use the outside door behind the gym after school hours when there is an athletic event going on in the gym. Please enter and support the game that we are hosting by coming through the ticket gate. Students still do not have to pay to enter, but you need to have a ticket so we can monitor the numbers that come to the game. Thank you, and go Eagles.
Hi, my name is Joseph. Please share your photo of the school year by using the Yearbook Snap app, which is available on iPhone and Android. Simply search for Nashville Christian and enter the code EaglePix to begin uploading. Thank you for helping us create a wonderful yearbook.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bailey Fortnite here. Please remember to use the Aux Safety app every day and complete the health survey before coming to campus. Once you have been cleared on campus, make sure to show your green pass to your first block teacher.
What's up, Eagles? I'm Jack Stillfield. Tonight, the football team will host the Webb School here for the first round of the playoffs. Because this is a playoff game, everyone must have a ticket. The game starts at 7. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch our live stream broadcast at nhfsnetwork.com. You'll need to have paid subscriptions since this is a playoff game. On Monday, the bowl team has a match at Tusculum Strike and Spare against Lipscomb. That starts at 3:30.
I am Aiden Trammell, here today with the Bible verse from James 5:15. The prayer offered in faith will heal the sick, and the Lord will rise them up.
Hi, I'm John Owen Delavante. Please bow for the prayer. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything that you bless us with. Please watch everyone over the weekend, and please bless all the football players as they play the game tonight. And it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you turn on post notifications so you know when our next live stream is.